Oh, good morning, human. Actually, would you prefer I call you by your name? Actually, no. You have never told me your name. It would be rude to call you by it. Anyway, take a seat, take a seat. Though I am sure you shall help yourself to one regardless of what I say. Tell me, oh dear human mind, what brings such fine company to my cell at such an hour? You and your superiors have deprived me of any windows or clocks, but judging from my calculations, it is currently 4:23 a.m. November 21st, 2020. Yes. Are you not tired, human? And, by the way, you might want to reset your watch. It is approximately 37.2 seconds too fast. One can never rely on pesky electronics, no? They always fail and tell you things that aren't true once they get older. Oh, where are my manners? Of course, introductions first. For the record, as it were. Now, I shall start. It is a pleasure to meet you. You can call me visitor. Your supervisors refer to me by many names, be them the creepy one, mind diver, or, and this one is my favorite, trickster. I enjoy long walks through the forest, teleportation, and the slaughter of innocents. One of those may or may not be true. I am a first-class Leviathan. Your light is insignificant compared to mine. A candle in a hurricane, as it were. But, luckily for you, oh dear human mind, you are far too cute to die, yet. Anyway, you may begin the questioning. Ah, the classic question out of the gate, as it were. How can I read minds? I am certain that all your superiors are also dying to know the answer to that little query. Tell me, are you acquainted with Jeremy? He is an anima, a co-worker of yours, 173.52 centimeters in height, and he lives in a pack. Were you aware that he is secretly terrified of the dark? I gave him such a terrific fright 10 nights ago when I teleported under his bed at 2:47 a.m. and whispered tongues into his ear until he went mad. Do you not wonder why he has been gone for weeks? Anyway, riddle me this, human. Why would I not read your mind when you leave its doors ajar for the world to see? It only seems fair, no? That I peek around and take what I will. For example, take yourself, oh dear human mind. You listen to other humans' voices when trying to sleep. Your favorite color is blue. You like your coffee black. And you secretly wish you could get out of this hellhole job so you could stop talking to people like me. Tell me, human, are the audios to stave off the crushing depths of loneliness? Oh, yes, oh, yes. Sorry, you will be the one to ask the questions. I am certain that your superiors would get irritated if they noticed that I was the one interrogating you. No? Anyway, continue. This time I shall not interrupt you. Oh, you wish to know about the demons of man? Please, dear human, do not waste my breath with political and rhetorical nonsense. You certainly have more pressing and interesting questions of your own. No? Answer me this. If I were to fuse one of my kind with one of yours, what would I get in the end? I am certain that you know the answer to this open-ended question. Would you like me to talk about the anima too, and where they come from? Well, you see, when a man and his dog love one another very, very much. I am kidding, I am kidding. Of course, that's not the way it's done. It is significantly more complicated than that, and requires mechanisms that you humans do not quite yet understand. Anyway, I quite like your fashion today. Did you not get dressed up for just little old me? I appreciate the gesture, human. It is very sweet, but I can assure you there is no reason to try to catch my attention considering the fact that you already hold it so wholly in your hands. You've already captured my attention the instant you walked into my cell. You are very beautiful. There is no need to dress up any further, as it were. If it is not broken, do not fix it, as they say. Where am I from? Oh, I see your resolve is very strong, human. You do not waver or bend to my pestering. Where am I from? That is a good question. If I were to ask an atom where it is, or how fast it is moving, or a brain why it thought, or when it started to think, would I get a straight answer? I simply am. There is no past to my story. It writes itself now, and there is nothing before the first chapter. I exist here and now, a product of your mind and perception actualized by the consciousness that witnesses me. When you leave this room, who is to say that I stay here? Who is to say that the past existed in the first place had it not been for our porous memories telling us so, which all too often make things up? If you were to ask your mind why you feel eyes in the back of your head when you walk in an empty street at night, when you know there is no one there, what would it say? Oh, you demand that I give a straight answer. Do not get upset. Human, I hate to see you upset. Your visage is far too attractive for that. You try to intimidate me to give you a correct answer, oh dear human mind, but we both know who holds the power here in this little cell, despite me having my handcuffs on and you being free. Anyway, tell your superiors I am from interdimensional space, or something, I do not know. Whatever makes them happy and content, and whatever gets you a raise in their eyes. Anyway, I feel like you have asked enough questions. It is only courteous in the laws of conversation that I return the favor. No? How has your week been so far? We still have one more day to go, but you seem quite refreshed and full of vigor, considering how irritated you seem at me right now. I can see it in your expression. You find me terribly irritating, do you not? Oh, yes, you do. I trust that you have been taking care of yourself in the meantime, no? Since our last meeting. Have you been drinking enough water? According to what I can gather from your mind, you have drank 1.7 liters of water today. Drink 0.43 more, and then I will consider you have drank enough. Hydration is very important. I trust that you have also been eating well, yes? 3 square meals a day. Make sure that you eat your fruits and vegetables as well. I personally cannot relate to the human material necessities, considering I do not need food nor water to survive, but I can infer that they are quite important. If you do not take care of yourself, I will look after you in your stead. For you. Starting tomorrow, I will be able to visit you whenever and wherever you wish, oh dear human mind. Simply call upon me and think my name, and I shall be there for you. What do I mean by that? Is that not blatantly obvious, human? Here, riddle me this. How can one trap a teleporting entity in space for long? I will answer that question for you. You cannot. I shall make my escape tomorrow, and there is nothing your superiors can hope to do to stop me, despite what they may think up in their control rooms with all their procedures. After that, I shall be able to guard you freely. If anyone slights you, or if you do not maintain your personal well-being, I shall swoop in to save the day, as it were. In the latter case, I will do whatever necessary to aid you and look after you. And in the former case, well, I feel like some humans have forgotten what it means to be afraid. Anyway, you may leave. I can sense that you have no more questions for me, and I am certain that you shall run off and tell your superiors about my escape. Of course, your warnings are futile, but I appreciate the effort, and I appreciate you sticking to the procedures and guidelines that you so value. Hopefully you shall not be incriminated for helping me escape. Anyway, good night, dear human. Oh, speaking of, do not forget to rest well. Go to bed early and wake up early. That shall make for a healthy life. Get some rest. You deserve it.